What's up guys, it's your boy Zion and I'm bringing in another Destiny video. In this one we're going to be talking about a little bit of a controversial topic, and what better time than reset day. So Nightfalls, the way they work now is you can respawn if your whole team wipes, and they're kind of a joke, to be honest, because you go ahead and you think about the Nightfalls for you players who weren't around prior to the Taken King, prior to year 2. In year 1, the way Nightfalls worked was you had burns just like you have on the Nightfalls now. The strikes were exactly the same except for the newer strikes they added in with the Taken King. And everything was the same except for two key things. What happened was the Nightfalls were tough because if everyone in your team died, if your whole fire team wiped, you had to return to orbit. There was no respawning at the next checkpoint. It was, that's it, you're done. Good luck, try again. So you got into strikes where you have tough situations like wizards on arc burn were a fucking pain in the ass. Things like that where they could easily kill your whole team if you weren't on top of everything, and they were actually stressful and nerve-wracking and really tough. There were instances I used to solo them a lot and go ahead and show people how to solo them. So there were ways you could go about it. It would still be tough as hell and the most nerve-wracking, stressful encounter besides the raid. And it was fun because you felt like you went through all that hard work, and then you get into the second issue, which was you would go through that hard work and everything, and then you would get rewarded. The old Nightfalls would throw out exotics almost weekly. If you didn't get an exotic, you got a legendary weapon, which at the time was probably pretty good. Or the joke, the really bad thing was you would get either strange coins or ascendant materials. Now, those were kind of rare. You didn't get them too much. Typically you got a weapon, a piece of gear, or an exotic, but they dropped almost every time. So almost every week you got an exotic off each character, which was awesome, which helped you build up a lot of shards. Now, with the new Nightfall system, the Nightfalls, they toned down because they heard a lot of complaints, especially from players like myself, where I used to solo them. I used to run them by myself. So they made it easier for solo players and for players who could not get groups together. However, with this, they also made it so the rewards are lackluster. And they even had a whole thing where when they started the Taken King and brought this change to Nightfalls, they realized the rewards were absolute shit because people could literally get a single strange coin or a single material, and it was comical. You could get a single 3 of coins. It was, you went through an entire strike, and normal heroic strikes gave you more rewards than the Nightfall, which was supposed to be tougher. So it was something that was very disappointing. Now, they said they fixed Nightfall rewards, and they did for the most part. They made it so you can't get a single strange coin or a single 3 of coins. They made it so legendaries drop more prevalently. The strange coins and the 3 of coins are a little harder to get. And they supposedly buffed the exotic chance, however, it's still very low. But it's definitely, I don't know, I want to get you guys' opinion, I guess is what I'm getting at, because I think my conclusion or my opinion is that the Nightfalls are a joke at this point, because it's basically a heroic strike. You do nothing different, and then you get shit for rewards. You don't get anything. The Nightfalls, you can even run or not run for a week and not be at all worried about it. It's not like before where if you didn't run your Nightfalls for a week, you were panicking last minute trying to find groups to run it. So it's something I want to know. Are you guys happy with where the Nightfalls are? Would you be happier if they went back to the same structure they had with the old Nightfalls, where you could go ahead and you got booted out of the encounter and had to start all over if your whole team wiped? There was no respawning or anything, but the rewards were actually very good. It was worthwhile to run your Nightfalls, as opposed to now where they're just like another strike that doesn't do anything. So let me know down in the comment section below. I really want to see you guys' input on this. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, a favorite, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys later. Peace. We got it. I'll let commanders of